Let me tell you something. One scene from this shit right here got me hot as a goddamn firecracker. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Okay, thank you guys for clicking on the video. This is season 2, episode 5 of Cutting It in the ATL. And like I said, there's a scene on here that got me hot as hell, but we're going to get to it. Let's just start out right here, though, because we got Angie sitting down with Maya. Angie is actually one of Maya's girlfriends. And they were talking about everything that actually went on at that little luncheon and this kind of thing and all of that. And of course, Maya is being Maya, so she's being a little over dramatic, but I feel her. I feel her on this. You know, she's talking about, she said, I feel like I'm being stalked. I think I may need a restraining order. And I'm like, girl, you're doing the most. And the whole thing is about Pat and you know, she's like, I feel like the stalking I got, because they just kind of show up places that you are and they cut up. Okay. But a restraining order. And then this, I fear for my life, because she said something about the hearse and that made her fear for, bitch, stop. See, that's where you taking it too far left. Sit down. It was funny. She fucking let you have it. And then later on, she said, she showed up that motherfucker looking like a throwback to a Mary J. Blige video. And I about screamed because she really did have that not gonna cry shit wrapped around her head. I said, oh, Pat, she got you on that bitch. But whatever. But her whole thing is that she was going to contact this guy, Mikey, who is a computer guru, because she wants to attack Pat in her pocket. So she decides she's going to fuck with Pat's website. And that's exactly what she did. She literally contacted Mikey. Mikey found out that Pat didn't secure her online name. So every time they put in Pat's online name, fucking Maya, her ad for pretty hair and that comes up. Whenever you Google her, Maya comes up. She's fucking with her money. So, okay, she kind of got her on that. And it had Pat hot as a firecracker. Pat was ready to fuck her ass up. So I was like, okay, so she got a point up on you on that. Now, next we got Pat and Deirdre. They actually got to talking. Deirdre decided that she wants to open a beauty school. But she says she always had that thing that she wanted to do that. And they're on two different sides of town. So it's not a direct competition for Pat. Pat agreed to help her, you know, with whatever. I said that was nice. And the thing with Pat and Deirdre, they both are crazy. And they both recognize each other's crazy. And neither one of them overly trusts the other one. So I think they're going to be good to work in business together, because nobody will ever lean too much on the other person, and nobody will drop the ball because they don't really trust each other like that. So I think they're actually going to be a good pair. They're going to be making money like hell on two different sides of town, I believe. I can see that working out. It's cool. And they do. It's so funny because the things that they say in their confessionals, they're saying the exact same things about each other. They could be sisters, honey, because they do. Both of them do go. They get mad real quick, just like that, honey. I said, child, y'all go ahead, honey. But yeah, they're a good matchup. Only thing, you don't ever want them to go head to head at each other. But the two of them going to somebody else, you don't want to be in that line of fire at all. Next we got Maya meets up with LaKenya. LaKenya kissed her ass. She took her back. She's like, okay, come on back to pretty hair, because she need her. You know, because she need her. So, and LaKenya, she stated herself, LaKenya sells a lot of hair. So, she just wanted to make her grovel. But she took her back. You know, LaKenya irritates me, so whatever. Okay, so then next we have Steven and Maya. Now, old sweaty Steven, he was good in this episode. He wasn't sweating, but I will say this: that motherfucking Steven had on this badass motherfucking tweed blazer and a pair of motherfucking riding boots that were to die for. So, I give credit when credit is due, and I'll read you and rip you whenever it's time. That sissy was done. Do you understand me? When he walked his ass up in Maya's shop, yeah, that motherfucking blazer and them boots was on the one. I said, come on, boy. So he went in. They got to talking. He actually apologized, and he brought a gift for Maya. Apologized about how everything went down and all that. And I thought that was really, really nice because he didn't have to. He really didn't have to. So that was really a good touch. That was cool. He's about his business, so I'll give him that. I still say you ain't highbrow, but you about your business, and yeah, I had a lot of respect for that. But in the process of all this, Beauty's ass is now exposed. The fact that Beauty knew the turmoil that was going on, and that some shit could, potentially pop off, and didn't say anything. So in his eyes, he was like, and Maya was pissed. Absolutely pissed. And she actually did go and see Beauty's ass about it. That was actually at the end. She went and seen Beauty and told her ass, she tore her ass up about it. Was like, you know what, this is horrible. This is horrible. You claim you want to be my friend and all that. And Beauty had this ugly ass motherfucking gray hair. Everybody can't get away with that gray hair. It looked fucking horrible on Beauty. I don't know, bitch. She got to find one. That bob. Go find that Whitney Houston bob you had, bitch. Get back with that and stay with that. Because everything else just look crazy. Them black roots and that gray ass hair. I said she's giving me witch's brew tease, honey. Horrible. But anyway, she admitted to setting Maya up and said, I was mad about the investment denial, and everything like that. She's like, well, girl, how can we be friends? And when I don't want to do something you want me to do, then this is how you going to do. But Maya was like, okay, she accepted the apology. They hugged it out and all that. I wouldn't have accepted her apology. I would have kicked that bitch in her back with a pair of boots on because she's not to be trusted. She's a motherfucking snake. And she gonna get you again. I done told y'all before, these bitches is out here running around, honey, with scales on, and they'll steal too. So she done already did some sideways shit to you, Maya. Now when she steals, don't be surprised because I already told you. They got scales and they steal. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so here's the part that had me pissed off. LaKenya and Lucia. LaKenya goes down to take all of the little things back to Lucia, her little marketing materials, which I wouldn't have did. Bitch would have had to come and get them. But she took the shit down there. Lucia was still being ridiculous, still talking over her, still talking smart, telling her that she's an embarrassing person to the industry and this, that thing. And, she was nasty. Very nasty. And LaKenya got up and was like, you know what? Whatever, honey. I don't need you. You don't need me. And I'm done. And dust. I'm out of here, bitch. And took this. She had that hair that she cut out of her head and told her, here, take that. And threw it back over her shoulder. Well, Mushi is always all up on you and always in your face doing too much. So when she threw the hair back, it bust her in her face. It hit her in her face. And she got mad as hell. She literally come up out of there. She done snap. I said, wait a minute. She literally had LaKenya all hemmed up and got her all by her clothes. And one of the stylists come out and they trying to pry her apart. Then the husband come out. I'm like, oh no. No. And I'm looking and I'm saying, LaKenya, I'm watching her. I said, you're a punk ass bitch. You're a punk. And now I don't think this, I think she's fine as far as the industry goes. But as far as just being a black woman and just a person, period, you're a punk. Because once a motherfucker has snatched you and got you like this, bitch, the fight already started. At this point, you either going to win or you going to lose. Because the fight done already got started. That bitch had you all him the fuck up, bitch, and you didn't hit her. You could have went on and went for broke, bitch. It didn't make no difference. You already in the right. You got up. You walked out of her shop. That bitch came outside and yanked you up. You should have beat Mushia's motherfucking ass or gave her a direct invitation to whoop your ass. And girl, lawfully you would have been fine because the bitch hit you first. She came outside of the shop where you were exiting the situation and grabbed you and put your motherfucking hands on you, bitch. She had you all him the fuck up. They had to literally break her apart. They didn't break y'all up. They broke her apart from you, bitches. She was like, let go of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. Girl, bip, bop, bip, bip, bip. That's what it should have been. Ain't no get off of me. There wasn't nothing else left to say, punk ass. And then the husband. Now, LaKenya tried to leave. She went and got in her car. She said, hey, bitch, they lost her mind. She get in her car. She's leaving. That motherfucking lopsided-eyed Lou gonna go stand in front of her car and stop her. Then tell her, you threw something in Mushia's face. You need to go back in there and apologize. Right now, all of you who have said things in the past about Peter Thomas from Real Housewives of Atlanta about getting into women's shit and all of that, everybody take back everything they ever said about Peter, because Peter will say some smart shit to Nene here and there and whatever and tell a bitch to shut up. But never has he gotten in, like, physically into the altercation between the women. Who the fuck does that? He literally inserted his punk pussy ass into that situation. They, with the pulling and the fighting, he inserted himself right in it. Right in it. And she literally got out of her car, parked her car, and went over there to Apollo. Fuck him and fuck her. Took her ass back over there. She got over there, and Mushia did you just like the fuck she should have did you, you dumbass bitch. She cussed you the fuck out some more and then dismissed you. You can go now. Don't you ever this, that, and the other. See, if I didn't fuck her up the first time, I'd have definitely fucked her up the second time. I'd have punched her and Lou. But you were actually in the right. You should have beat Mushia's ass outside the door. And when Lou got in front of your motherfucking car, bitch, you should have gave his knees front tire bumper, boof, and hit that motherfucker with your car. That's what you should have done. I feared for my life, officer. So I don't know what happened. I stepped on the gas and that's what I'd have gave him, honey. Doot. Front tire, back tire, honey, and around the corner I'd have went. But anyway, punk Susie goes back up to Bashir, cussed her the fuck out, and then told her, get on out of here. You can go now. I said, I don't even need to see LaKenya no more. I ain't even talking about LaKenya no more. Whatever LaKenya do is on LaKenya. LaKenya, you ain't shit. Anyway, moving the fuck on. Oh, cockeyed Lou, you ain't shit either. And you don't deserve any more mentions either. If your wife is out there starting fights, then you let that bitch start the fight and be in the fight. You get your wife, but you need to stay up out of them other women's face, trying to pull rank and carry on. I didn't like that shit at all. Then he had the nerve to sit there, and him and her sitting on the couch, and he said to her, I don't know why you keep messing with these women. You're better than them. See, I had said this before, that she feel like she's better than them. Well, y'all got it right there on tape. You got the little hooker on tape. Her and her husband had a conversation, and they literally said, you're better than them. You know what I got for Lou and Moosh and Moosh, honey? This right here, honey. That's all I got for them. And fuck them. And fuck punk ass LaKenya too. That shit made me mad. Fuckers. Anyway, I'm done with this. And I'm done with this episode. I'll talk to y'all later. Shit that made me hot.